Do you know how to hold government officials accountable? We're going to tell you how in this episode of Internet Expert. Welcome to Internet Expert, the game where you and your laptop can save democracy. I'm Malik Mercier, and this week we're going into the great beyond voting. We all know that voting is one way we can actively make a difference in our country and in our communities. But what else can we do to be the change we want to see in the world? There are a lot of things, and today's contestants know a little bit about making change. They're both change makers and members of Gen Z Girl Gang, an online collective for young women and femmes. Jade, you're the influencer and branded partnerships executive for Gen Z Girl Gang, and you're also very into fashion. I love your green top you've got on. Tell me more about your story.
Hi, I'm Jade Walker. I'm 19 years old. I'm a fashion merchandising major at LIM College, and I'm a junior. I've had a passion for fashion my whole life, and I am an organizer and activist, and I recently just started my own organization called Change Beyond Tomorrow, which is a youth-led organization fighting racial injustice on Long Island.
That's so impressive, and congratulations on doing all of that work. It's really important in this time. Deja founded Gen Z Girl Gang, but that's just one chapter in a pretty awesome story. Deja, how are you? Good to see you, and tell me more about you.
I'm an activist, an influencer, and a strategist. I most recently finished up work on the Kamala Harris campaign and have since transitioned my work into helping nonprofits and purpose-driven orgs really step into this digital moment powerfully. And that is work that we're doing at Gen Z Girl Gang too, as we really push the way we use social media as a community building tool.
So Jade, what does Deja have to do if you win?
Since we're talking about stepping powerfully into the digital age, we're going to go into the platform of Miss TikTok herself. And my girl Deja, she's going to have to perform a little dance to the Shark Boy and Lava Girl remix.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Deja, I hope this is not your fate. Maybe it is, we don't know. But what does Jade have to do if you win?
If I win, I want Jade to make an Instagram story detailing her love of me, how we met, our story in Instagram story highlight.
A highlight dedicated to you.
A highlight. I want a highlight for me.
Okay.
I can't wait to see which one of these happen. Let's start the game. For our very first challenge of the day, we have a very special guest. Contestants, please welcome Anna Castro.
Hi.
So Anna, you are a faculty member of the Solidarity Semester. It's a project that provides trainings for activists and organizations that are interested in making social change. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, of course. I mean, I think that, these two amazing people on the show are really indicative of just the energy and the solutions that exist when you give youth the power to step in and make decisions. And so through the Solidarity Semester, what we're really doing is offering folks the language, the jargon, the tools to engage in making social change in their own communities.
I can't wait for our contestants to learn from you. So take it away.
Your first challenge is called Poll Party. So starting on Eac.gov, please find the minimum age requirement for a poll worker in your county. Are you ready? Go.
I feel like I just want the FAQs. Why is this giving me so...
I feel this really goes to show we really need to work with these government websites. This information should be way easier.
Yeah.
It should be right at the top. Oh, I found it.
No.
Okay, let's hear it.
In order to be a poll worker in Richland County, South Carolina, where I'm located right now, the minimum age requirement is 16 years old.
Yes, okay, that is awesome. So that's right.
Man.
Many poll workers usually were older folks. This was a way that they could volunteer during election season. But because of Miss Rona, because of COVID, a lot of people are deciding to sit it out. So a lot of younger people can actually go in and check out and become poll workers. The job is really fun. It includes setting up the polling locations, making sure that you are distributing and collecting ballots. And of course, for all of us that are out here on the social medias, taking pictures, giving out those stickers that say, I voted. And I also just want to add to this, it is really important to remember that all of us have a role to play in enacting social change. What are my skills? What is it that I'm good at? Am I the type of person that is on, Twitter, Instagram all day long, just sharing information, verifying that that information is correct? Am I recording lives, sharing my perspective on what is happening in politics? Am I helping people put together their voting plans? Each of these roles, like figuring out how you fit into them, is so important so that we have a sustainable ecosystem.
Anna, thank you so much for helping us to see that and allowing us to keep that in mind as we get involved and take action ahead of this election.
Thank you so much. Good luck in this competition.
The next challenge is called Run For It, which we might need some inspiration to run. Let's say after watching Internet Expert, you decide to run for office, which, if so, go you. Use Ballotpedia to find the eligibility requirements for running for the following offices in your state. Each correct answer gets a point. First one is state legislator.
I might be cheating a little bit here by using the search bar.
No, I did that too.
You can use that.
Oh, hi, I found it.
Tell me.
Okay, for state legislature, for South Carolina, the age requirement for the Senate is 25, for House is 21. You don't need to be, there's a dash, so I think it means non-applicable if for a district resident. You have to be a registered voter. You have to, what is this one? Have to be a US citizen, and you have to be a resident of the state for both.
Yes, the score is 2-0 with Jade in the lead. We're gonna move on to number 2. Find the eligibility requirements to run for governor.
Come on, load with me.
Load with me. Come on.
Oh, I found it.
No! I think your Wi-Fi is faster than mine.
Go for it, Jade.
A candidate for governor of the state of South Carolina must be at least 30 years old, a citizen of the United States, a resident of South Carolina for at least 5 years.
You got it. Most states have age and residency requirements to run for statewide offices. City and county level positions often have lower age requirements and are less competitive, so they can be a great stepping stone that allows you to make real change in your community. This challenge is called What Can I Do For Ya? A functioning democracy requires informed citizens. Citizens who know what's going on in their government can hold those in power accountable. But the government doesn't always make information about its activities, as you both know, accessible. That's where the Freedom of Information Act comes in, and it is known as FOIA. Starting on MuckRock.com, find a completed FOIA request for Hillary Clinton's secret salad dressing. I want to know when the request was made, when it was completed, and where the State Department says the salad dressing can be found. Ready? Go.
Okay, come on. I'm trying. Come on.
I did it.
No, mine didn't even load. Go off. Well, what is it?
It was filed on 07/18/2019. It was completed 9/16/2020. And the State Department said that it could be found in the Department of State's virtual reading room.
That is correct. So FOIA gives any member of the public the right to request access to records from any federal agency, and MuckRock has a template that you can use that makes submitting requests very straightforward. Agencies are required to disclose any information requested unless it falls under one of 9 exemptions. FOIA does not cover state and local agencies. However, all 50 states have freedom of information laws. Those specific rules vary. Jade, that's another point for you. The score is now 4-0. More than 15 million people, including all of us, have turned 18 since the last presidential election. Let's find out more about the impact we can have on this election. This challenge is called 18 and Up. I want you to use Circle's RAYSE index, which stands for Reaching All Youth Strengthens Engagement, to examine county-level data on factors and conditions that correlate with youth civic engagement. The first person to answer each question gets a point. Use the index to find the RAYSE rating for your county, which represents the potential for growth in youth engagement. Ready? Go.
Okay. Wow, my Wi-Fi, I want you to know, does not want me to win. She's holding me back, really.
We do accept Wi-Fi complaints.
Oh, I found it. The RAYSE rating for my county, which is Richland County, is 4 stars.
Yes, that's it. So here's your next one. Find a county in Pennsylvania where people aged 18 to 29 make up at least 20% of the eligible voting population, and that has a high close elections index, meaning the election was too close to call in 2016.
Did I find one too?
All right, hit me with it.
Allegheny County, Pennsylvania.
No, that is actually wrong.
Why?
Deja, this is your potential moment.
Okay, it finally opened. I looked up Pennsylvania. Is it Center County, Pennsylvania?
That's right.
I got there.
As you can see, Center County is one county in a crucial swing state where investment in youth engagement will go a long way in the 2020 election. The RAYSE Index is primarily a tool for organizations and institutions, but if you're looking to amplify your efforts, you can look for counties near you with a high RAYSE rating and find out how you can get involved there. Your final challenge is called Rights to Know. Protesting can be a powerful tool for affecting social change, but if you decide to attend or organize a protest, it's important to know your rights and participate safely. Using the ACLU's Protesters' Rights Guide, fill in the blanks of the following 3 statements. The first to answer each one gets a point. You don't need a blank to march in the streets or on sidewalks as long as marchers don't obstruct car or pedestrian traffic.
You don't need a permit to march in the streets or on sidewalks as long as marchers don't obstruct car or pedestrian traffic. If you don't have a permit, police officers can ask you to move to the side of a street or sidewalk to let others pass for safety reasons.
Go Deja! Yes. Here's your next one. When you are lawfully present in blank, you have the right to photograph anything in plain view, including federal buildings and the police.
I have the answer.
Go ahead.
When you are lawfully present in any public space, public space, you have the right to photograph anything in plain view, including federal buildings and the police. On private property, the owner may set rules related to photography or video.
Yes. Score is 6-2. Final one. You never have to consent to blank. If you do explicitly consent, it can affect you later in court.
I got it. You never have to consent to a search of yourself or your belongings. If you do explicitly consent, it can affect you later in court.
That is right.
Woo!
Of course, there is a difference between knowing your rights and being able to exercise those rights safely. If your rights are being violated, it is important for you to safely de-escalate the situation to protect yourself and report those violations when it is safe to do so. Jade, you are today's internet expert. How does it feel?
I'm getting emotional. I didn't know. This is not what I was expecting at all, but the hard work paid off. And I'd truly like to thank Deja, who was also in the category nominated with me. I did it. We did it.
What a speech, Jade. I love the passion for being internet expert. Deja, you are gonna have to make a TikTok today.
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. That's fine. I'd like to thank Jade for keeping us knowledgeable, really surfing the web.
Well, congratulations to the both of you, and thank you so much for playing.
Thanks for having us.
And of course, we have one final question for you. What are some ways we haven't talked about that you are making change in your community? Let us know in the comments, and thank you so much for joining us on Internet Expert.